Are you alright? Ay, esta Mary. Se la compra el que no la conoce, la Mary. Pero God uses our animals to the T. Ow! She stepped on me. Es que maybe they're gonna. Cool. These animals. Humans. What? No. This is fine. Wants to play hide and go seek. He's pretty smart. Did you see that? He understands. They understand English. No, just kidding. I said, let's go play hide and go seek, and they all run to hide. He understands it. That was pretty neat. I caught it on camera. I'm tempted to go see what these people are doing, but
Mind your own business.
my grandma always said curiosity is gonna get you in trouble one day, you know. And I think she's right. He said to my mom, base. Is somebody cognitive or? Look at it. No soda. That kind of shit don't scare me though. That kind of whack shit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? What? Who's in trouble right now? Look at it. Oh, look at him. Look at he's so cute. Look at it. Did you see that? He posed to the camera. Mira. Mijo. Ay, Dios mío. I feel better. No. Sonrisa de hoy. Una tonta.
But she goes by all different kinds of names until this is
Funny about it.
never until after a successful robbery, in which they use scalopamine to drug the victim, which makes the victim sleep while they ransack the entire apartment, stealing all his valuables and all his belongings.
No.
They ring your
He just loves you. Yeah, he loves you. Well, baby.
He's lost the plot. You would say that, wouldn't you?
What?
Flipping normal.
You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged.
No
And many
kidding.
of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system, that they will fight to protect it.
Don't
Are
look.
you ready to be unplugged from the Matrix?
Oh my
Let's take a
God.
deep dive down the rabbit hole.
That's so cute.
This is the basic ass premise of the simulation argument. Computers can almost make a reality that is indistinguishable from our own. And now we have VR, which is almost total immersion. Indistinguishable from reality would mean that real life looks just like a video game. It would mean that you can't tell the difference between real life and a computer game. We're not there yet, but it is becoming easy to imagine a point where it's impossible to tell the difference. Now imagine just 100 years into the future. I mean, you'll be dead, almost certainly. It's probable that a computer game will look, sound, taste, feel like real life. You still think about being dead bit. Therefore, who's to say it hasn't already happened? That is the premise of the simulation argument. Now let's expand. The idea that the world being illusion has long been proposed by religions like Hinduism and Buddhism, and more recently films like The Matrix and Inception. Some scientists reckon they can prove it scientifically. Must be true, scientists said it.
In the future, it might become possible to simulate entire universes. But if this is an option, how can we know that it's not already happened?
In researching for this video, I read a lot of scientific papers, and even though they're drier than stuffing 5 green crackers in your mouth, I did it for you.
Who's
There's
in
been
trouble?
tons of test stuff. I won't bore you with them, because it's literally impossible for me to tell you about them without boring you to tears. Big, fat disclaimer alert. As of today's date, this is a hypothesis. You don't care about that, do you? Take the motherfucking red pill. This is my opinion. If you don't like it, what do you want to fight about it? I mean, they don't call it the simulation argument for nothing. This is a hypothesis, like evolution, or God, or Piers Morgan, or some other impossibly complicated part of life. So with that said, let's mother flip and get on with it. Here's the question. Where does this hypothesis come from? Well, it reached media attention initially when a guy called Nick Bostrom, who looks like a cross between the super brainy philosopher Alain de Botton and a recent divorcee who only gets to see his kids once a month and is on the verge of bankruptcy. Look at these two. It's like the brainier you are, the more room your brain needs, so it pushes all your hair out. I don't have that problem. Apart from being cleverer than a brain pie, Nick spends most of his time being a professor at Oxford, but came to attention when he wrote his simulation theory in 2003, which was literally years ago. The paper, called The Simulation Argument, blew up faster than one of Elon Musk's SpaceX rockets. After the aforementioned Elon Musk, who the media rightly all get massive hard-ons for, started talking about it. Next thing you know, poor old Nick Bostrom gets wheeled out, gets paraded around the Joe Rogan podcast, which is like getting to meet the queen of fucking podcasting or something. Nick looked pretty nervous, but when he saw a fellow baldy, they soon hit it off as all bald boys do.
I thought he'd never leave. Me neither. Oh, did you guys just do the thing?
What then? If this is just a video game, we could just be living in a very advanced version of The Sims. The Sims 50. Which is probably why they all speak that funny language that we don't understand. It's the language of the future. Can you imagine a future, not too far away, where everything's been done? Every single person will be housed, fed,
Who's in trouble?
clothed, looked after. It's like a utopia. It will probably be very boring and very safe. There'll be no danger whatsoever. But people need more than that. They need danger, excitement, thrills and chills. Otherwise, it's just like going to McDonald's and having a salad. Utterly pointless. So if you do live in this utopian world of the future, you would jack into the Matrix. You'd strap in and live a rip-roaring life in any part of our known history, knowing that you would eventually just wake up. No other film has done more than the green-tinged killer kung fu sci-fi fantasy flips of The Matrix to bring the simulation argument to public attention. In the Matrix film, AI, artificial intelligence, is a big metallic squid-looking thing that's determined to wipe out humanity for some reason. The trilogy is actually as much a warning against the dangers of AI as it is about a simulated reality, where the AI has placed all human beings inside a simulated reality so they can use them all as batteries. The
What's
shit.
wrong?
The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world. Built
Who else is in trouble?
control in order to change human beings into this.
I mean, they obviously haven't discovered Duracell. Those things
What,
last all
baby?
day.
Huh?
It also popularised the fact that what we call life could actually be boiled down to just lines of computer code. Some scientists, namely these nerdy science bots, have discovered when you break down atoms and other impossibly small things, like the collective intellect of the people on the only way is Essex, what you see is code. Specifically, binary code, which is code made of ones and zeros, which is computer language, and it's harder to get your head around than Mandarin, which up until last week I thought was a fruit like an easy peel of orange. Listen to the Virgin Nerdy Science bots explaining.
And what I've come to understand is that there are these incredible pictures that contain all the information of a set of equations that are related to string theory. And it's even more bizarre than that, because when you then try to understand these pictures, you find out that buried in them are computer codes, just like the type that you find in a browser when you go surf the web. And so I'm left with the puzzle of trying to figure out whether I live in the Matrix or not.
You're blowing my mind at this moment. So are you saying your attempt to understand the fundamental